Okay, another part of the basics to Tai Chi is going to be the balance element, and a lot of times we'll want to train sidestepping and single limb stance for whatever reason, whether it's to strengthen and improve balance, to reduce the effects of arthritis. So this progression here has a lot of rotation through planted limbs, and it has a lot of weight shifting, which is for strength and balance. So one of the favorite moves in Tai Chi is going to be cloud hands. Let's start with cloud hands, and you're going to put one hand on bottom, one hand on top. It doesn't matter which, because it's going to be very fluid. And one hand on bottom and one hand on top, and then your palms are just going to be soft, fingers soft, and palms kind of facing your direction. You want to make sure your feet are pointed straight ahead and not out to the side. That will change the benefit to the feet, ankles, knees, and hips. And so if you can tolerate that, put your toes straight ahead. Sink the knees, tuck the pelvis, tuck the chin, and keep the shoulders soft. You don't want to be up here. And you're going to turn the trunk back and forth, and the hands are going to stay pretty much in front of your torso. Okay? And then the hands switch. And you always want to be moving towards the direction of your upper hand, and then they switch. So if my right hand on top, I'm going to be moving, turning to the right. And then we can add this element of weight shifting. You see how I went from here to here as I moved my arms to the side. I'm going to shift your weight. That's going to really strengthen the balance response as you go over your center of gravity. This is called limits of stability training, because now you have to find what your limit is before you have to make a balance correction. And so it's an excellent posture for balance and strengthening, especially for those who might have knee pain, hip pain, lumbar spine pain. And really this is great for strengthening the arches of the feet. As you rotate, the arch is going to become active. So in a meditative practice, you might just focus on what is it that I'm feeling through my feet while I'm doing cloud hands. Notice the weighted element here. The outside of the foot is weighted. This leg is unweighted. Appreciate the changes in your feet as you do cloud hands. You can open up your stance, and now I'm starting to feel things differently in my hips and feet. And so cloud hands is very universal, very practical, and it's a bimanual activity, and you're crossing midline, and the brain is just like rich with all sorts of somatosensory information and proprioceptive information. And so it looks very simple, but a lot is happening. So now we're going to add some sidestepping to that. So as you drift to the right, take a step to the right, and then you step together. Step right, step together. And then we'll go back to my left. If you're following along with me, it would likely be your right. So sidestepping is very beneficial for balance and strength. Good. Let's come back to the center, and now I'll show you reeling silk. This is a very classic Tai Chi position that you might see on like the cover of a Tai Chi DVD or a Tai Chi video. And so the beginning posture is going to look a little bit like cloud hands, and then we drop a little silk worm cocoon, and then the other hand comes up, and you reel the silk out of that cocoon as you shift your weight. So this is the ending posture. Let's do that again. So cloud, kind of a cloud hand movement, silkworm cocoon, and watch my foot, my unweighted foot. It's going to point forward here as I shift weight. Excellent. And then from here you just drop a little silkworm cocoon, find the silk, and reel the silk. That weight shift is very beneficial. This back foot is rotating, the femur is rotating on kind of a fixed tibia, where a lot of times in an arthritic condition you'll lose some of that tibiofemoral rotation. And then we bear weight. That weight bearing and strengthening is a wonderful, nourishing activity for the large synovial joints in the lower body. Excellent. And finally, we're going to put a few things together and do some lateral progressions, some sidestepping. So let's go into reeling the silk. And this time, drop your hand down kind of in between your feet. And this is called the snake creeps down. And we're going to end in a little bit of a kind of a warrior-like stance. This hand, your silkworm hand is flexed. This forearm is kind of vertical with your tibia, your shin bone. They should be kind of in alignment. And then you can drop into snake creeps down. See how the hips open up there for that one? I'm getting a calf stretch on my back leg, a hip flexor stretch. I'm going into lumbar extension. I'm building strength in my thighs and in my glutes. I forget where I was here. And my hips are mobilizing as I come into snake creeps down. My tibia and my forearm should be in alignment. Drop the silk. Creep down. And let's finish snake creeps down with a fun one. Golden rooster stands on a fence. And the progression would be to do a hook step, drop the silkworm, snake creeps down, find your golden rooster on the other side, hook step, silkworm, snake creeps down, find your golden rooster, hook step, silkworm, snake creeps down, go as low as you're comfortable. And then you'd switch it up to focus the other side. So let's review. Cloud hands, always moving towards the top hand. Shifting that weight, your feet are pointed straight ahead. The slower the better. If you went this slow, it probably wouldn't be slow enough. Good. And then the silkworm, reeling silk. Don't forget to time your breath and be intentional about your breathing. Inhale, exhale. And then you can take that into something a little deeper and go into snake creeps down and end with the golden rooster. And go to the other side if you like. Snake creeps down to golden rooster. You will get your heart rate up with these. It looks pretty easy, but you'll get a little aerobic workout with this progression. Excellent. So lateral stepping, side stepping is great. Rotating in the transverse plane is incredible. It's great for the joints of the lower body, the spine, and I wish you wellness in your Tai Chi practice.